Hello there, Sir from 17 once again. This is some Titanfall 2 multiplayer gameplay. I've just jumped into a game of Attrition, and we are down by 30 points. So it's time to do what I do when I play video games, try my ass off to win. So you'll notice that I'm rocking the alternator. It's probably my favourite SMG. I have this problem with this gun though. I should hip fire a lot more than I aim, but I have this thing when I want to aim, and then when you aim, you'll know why you shouldn't aim. And you're going to see it right now. Because this thing kicks like a mule, dog. I ain't no PC guy. So I give up on a bad job of trying to slay that dude. I see a guy in this building coming up over here. I tell him I'm there by firing like an idiot, and then I get them all with their backs to me. Which is a beautiful time, because it never happens like that usually. I'm usually the guy with my back to everybody else. So it was really nice to get that quick triple, and then push down here. Trying to force those scores to be a little closer. They've got 2 Titans to R3. And you're going to see a couple things highlighted in this gameplay that are facets of the game now. The first one will be the amped weapons have changed. This is great, by the way. Look at this. I had no idea that's where they were spawning, and how I lived through that, I'll never be able to tell you, but I'm so glad I did. And that highlights that movement in this game is more important than anything else. If you can move, you can win. Because if they can't hit the target, you'll never get shot. And it sounds as simple, doesn't it, and easy, but it's not. And that was a lot of luck too. They just didn't do what they should have done. I should have died there, but I didn't. There's the nuclear eject. Be very careful of that. It's everywhere these days. And I think it just hit me too. Did it hit me then? I don't know what hit me then, but it hit me hard. And it must have been nuclear eject. I thought I was at a good distance. Apparently not. If so, that's ridiculous. But the second thing you're going to notice is, I don't know if you saw it, but when you join a losing game, there's a little pop-up on the screen. It might not have showed it. When you join a losing game, it says that the loss will not be tracked towards your statistics, which I think is a really cool change. Because I join a lot of losing games when I matchmake, because I'm assuming people have quit for whatever reason, and then there's a space, and there's another nuclear eject, because apparently that guy wears a fanny pack. Totally not cool, bro. And then he's in the sky, I'm trying to look for him, I can't see him, there he is. Am I going to get punched? Don't get punched. Couple of shots there, we're dancing, he's got a lightning bolt on, and I managed to clean him up with some hip fire. And then push forward into some bunny hops, into some air strafing to try and get a better position, kill the Spectre and the Grunt, pick up a couple of points, and I get a pilot sentry. Placing pilot sentries is a pain in the dick. Oh, look at that, dude. Did he even try and shoot me? Fuck you. Sitting in a corner punching dudes. I hate that mechanic so much. And it's so strange too, because you know, if you play Titanfall 1, the melee is not a problem. The melee in Titanfall 1 is a joke. It's the slowest kick on the planet. Like, you wouldn't even need Mr. Miyagi to be able to counter it. You could just watch that shit step once to the side and then kick them in the face. You could just kick their face off. It's that silly. But in this game, the melee is just the strongest weapon in the game. It's nuts. Here's a couple of bad shooting from me as I take down Funzy. And I push down to the central corridor. There's a lot of Titans right now. It's all kicking off. We have the advantage on the Titan front, and we're now winning, so we just need to keep this string going. My sentry's just chilling out. I put on the MGL, I miss my wall run, and I end up having to come over here, which is quite dangerous. Is that a dude? There's a guy shooting me from across the path. I do the stim, and he's still shooting me. Damn. What was he using? Spitfire? Spitfire and aim assist. The beautiful combination. Welcome to console first-person shooters. Like, there's no way you should be able to track with somebody stimming. It's just not how that should work. But it does, and alas, there we are. So I throw the fire start, I pick up the grunts, I push into this area, do a couple of wall runs, manage to catch him off guard and win the gunfight. Somebody who was more attentive or perhaps more experienced with the game would have put me down then, because he hit me a few times, he just couldn't get the kill. Maybe he's on one of those connections that I was on the day I recorded this, where all my guns felt like they weren't doing the right damage, and then I played later on and my guns felt proper, which was really nice. Because look how quick I went to death screen just then. A couple of shots and I'm nearly dead. I shoot people so much sometimes and they don't die, and you have to question, like, why does it work this way? Because my internet's perfect. My internet's really, really good. So the only thing I can think of is that somebody else in the lobby has shit internet and it's dragging everybody else down. Because when I first played this game, back in December, it wasn't like that. I didn't have any lag problems at all. So I don't know if they've changed the servers, I don't know if they've experimented with something, I don't know if their hosting is different, but I feel now that the game doesn't have the punch it had before in a lot of games. And I feel like every gun seems to take an extra bullet, and I don't know if that's because they might have tweaked the damage on the back end, or maybe they've experimented with the higher time to kill. I don't know what it is, but you get the feeling sometimes like your gun just doesn't work like it used to. And I can appreciate I'm not using a devotion, which was ridiculous and did deserve to be... Oh, there we go, nuclear eject, you fucking bitch. I swear to God, if you're drinking a beverage while you watch these videos, whenever I get killed by somebody standing still and not using the movement, take a shot. Whenever I get killed by nuclear ejections, take a shot. And whenever I have an instance of terrible aim, take a shot. If you do this drinking game, you'll probably die, so be very careful. And maybe chase it with some water. You know, drink responsibly. As I catch this guy using the movement, and I feel sorry for him because I've become the person I hate, but then this guy comes this way, I jump over him, he doesn't see me, and I put him down with the burst from the alternator, which is incredibly powerful up close. This gun is really, really strong. It's just the kick at distance is what makes it super balanced. And then you play on PC, and on PC it's a laser, because of course mouse and keyboard and what have you. But there's a couple of Titans over here. I use that's the nuclear eject again? God damn, take a shot. There's a guy up here, clean him up quickly, get my eye on. The score, we're now losing by 50 points. I have no idea how. Like, I'm trying my balls off. Have you noticed how that the grunts do way more damage than they used to do? What's that about, by the way? I'm not a big fan of the mobs being lethal. I like stupid mobs that are just there to kind of inflate my KD. I like that. There's the stalkers. I start shooting them, I do no damage, and I think, fuck it. Into Ion. Pushing forward, trying to get those points, trying to be aggressive. I'm going to drop the trip mines. I usually do it as soon as I start. I miss my laser shot on this guy, not very good, but I pick him up with a couple of splitter shots. Something's behind me throwing MGMs. There's the trips. Move into the center map. I get a spectre kill, or a stalker, sorry, and it didn't damage me, did it? I hope not. Nobody's in mid-map. It looks like they're all across here to the left. There's a bunch of dudes up there, but they're all AI. But it still counts, you know. You want to punch them, though. Don't shoot them. It's a waste of time. Then we push down here. There's a Titan chilling out. I chuck a couple of mines his way. Here's a Ronin from behind. He's pushing forward with his arc shot. I'm trying to strip down his armor, trying to wait for that laser shot. He goes for the premature slashes. They miss. I kill somebody with the mines. I eject out before he can do anything. There's the fire start into MGL. Hopefully into a mantle. He's engaging with somebody else, so I'm going to try my best to just be a nuisance. And I end up hopping over here, jumping on the back of this guy. Do we get the battery? We do. We jump off as well. Into the MGL. Into the kill. Back over here with a battery. There's a friendly and an enemy here, so I'm kind of in a shit spot. There's the execution. I think that's a goodie. And I'm going to try and give him the battery, but the mantle doesn't work when they're in an animation for obvious reasons. So there's the battery. And here's a little tip as well, guys. I've been waiting for the battery to get put in, and then I've been jumping off to try and get momentum to move on and carry on playing. It doesn't give them the battery. You have to wait for the icon to disappear from your HUD. If you jump off after inserting the battery, it will not put the battery in the machine. You'll keep the battery. It's really weird. I ended up fucking a guy the other day and I didn't mean to. Here's another fantastic opportunity for me to show you terrible aim, take a shot, and then I'm going to try and pick him up on the ground. He gets on my Titan and my Titan needs to stand still. There you go. That has been fixed, by the way. I don't know what they did, but they fixed that, so that's really, really good news. If you played this game back at launch, whenever you shot at people mantling your Titan, you wouldn't hit them because it was almost like they didn't have a hitbox. It was the weirdest thing. It was almost impossible to shoot them off your Titan. You could punch them as a Titan, that was super effective, but shooting them as they were on your screen, I don't know if it was lag, I don't know what it was, but it didn't work right. They've tweaked that now, it works a lot better, so GG Respawn, that was a great change. But look at that score, guys. We come into the match, we're losing by 30 points, we try our balls off, we win by 5 points. That is the perfect multiplayer match for me. It's competitive, I didn't do completely shit, and we won. So thank you for watching, and you take care now.